Hey everybody, Black Ninja 797 here, and in today's video I want to talk about a topic that really interests me, and I hope that interests you guys too, because what it is that I want to talk about what the next gaming titan or the next big game is going to be. By this I mean like what's basically going to be the new Fortnite, which is the gameplay you're going to be watching here in the background. This was actually my very first game of Chapter 2. And it was my first solo win. I never uploaded, and it was like really well. I was just like, oh hey, I still have this on my hard drive, might as well upload and get some use out of it. So I'm going to be using that here today. And just to clarify something, this is for the algorithm or anything that revolves around this, but I've been talking about this the last couple days, so I probably just want to just get this out of the way real quick so it doesn't bore you guys. But basically, any FTC employees or any algorithm detecting this, this video is not targeted at kids just because it's Fortnite, so please don't sue my ass. Anyways, I wanted to get that out of the way. Basically, that's pretty much it, so let's talk now about the topic at hand. So, like I said, the topic at hand is basically what's going to be the next Fortnite or the next Minecraft or the next, old Call of Duty, not current Call of Duty. Like, these are a couple of just gaming franchises in mind that I think of that have changed gaming forever. Like, you have COD 4 all the way up to Black Ops 2 being a whole bunch of titans, and you had Minecraft in the mix as well in there, and then you had Fortnite, which just took the game by storm. It's obviously, like, really declined now in the last couple of months. Ever since Chapter 2 hit, it just hasn't been the same. The hype that they did by ending their game for like a few days was actually really smart. But the thing is the hype didn't last long. The game's just kind of flopped. So Fortnite, even though technically, yes, it is still the biggest game at the moment, other than I guess you could say like League of Legends, because if you look at the Twitch numbers, but I want to like kind of look at how that, since Fortnite's declining, what is going to be the next big gaming titan, because I like to see a mix of variety of games. I don't like one game just dominating for too long. It just gets boring, gets repetitive, because once you complete all your goals, if everybody is still enjoying the game is going to keep getting updates, therefore it's going to be getting more popular, and therefore, no real game can like take over. So you can see where I'm kind of getting at here. So the idea is that I want to ask you guys on your opinions of what you think makes a good, franchise of a game to be that popular and that successful, and when you think it will come out, and stuff like that. So in my personal opinion, I think that Battle Royale's done. I really, honest to God, think that the Battle Royale genre has run its course. It's not gonna, die completely, but it's run its course. Like, you've had, PUBG, H1Z1, you've had Apex Legends, you've got Fortnite, and the thing is, though, is that just like, me, I feel like a lot of people don't like one-life game modes or just one-life games, unless it's, I guess, single-player. It's very hard to get into, because if you die, that's it. Like, you feel like you've lost all progress, and then you kind of wasted your time. That's one of the frustrating things about this. Is one of the reasons why I couldn't get into Fortnite at first. But the thing is, though, is with Fortnite is that it's still a really good game. Like, I don't play it too much anymore. In fact, that's why this gameplay is so old. But, like, Fortnite is still a beast of a game. Like, everyone still actually plays it to the point where it's like the #1 or 2 game on Twitch, no matter what. It literally is. So, it's not dead by any means for the Battle Royale genre, but I think it's definitely run its course, because I just feel like that it's just so oversaturated at this point. It's just like, it's just too much. Like, I mean, I really understand it, but like, come on, dude. Especially since they also add, trying to make it an e-sport, and trying to add skill-based matchmaking and bots. Like, Fortnite finally caved into like just making the game easier when it had such a high skill gap, and that just kind of frustrated a lot of people, including myself. But the one thing I want to mention real quick before I carry on is that this isn't a Fortnite diss, so just don't take it the wrong way, because I still do like this game a lot. I currently have ran out of things to do, or in other words, I just need a break, because I played so much of it like for so long. I literally played it for 2 years straight. But anyways, in my opinion, I personally think that the game that is going to do well is not necessarily anything particular. I'm not going to name a series, nor am I going to name a game. I just want to give my idea of what I think the game is going to consist of that will make it, the titan of the game, genre next time when it comes out. So the game that I have in mind is going to be a multiplayer shooter similar to Call of Duty and similar to Battlefield, in the sense of like it's going to be a realistic but semi-arcadey first-person shooter game, and it's going to be, probably set in modern era, maybe slightly in the past. I don't think they're gonna do the future crap anymore. A lot of people, like, as much as people love sci-fi, including myself, and I can get into futuristic games, most people for an odd reason or another, do not like sci-fi based shooters, and a lot of people would rather just have a realistic shooter. That's one of the reasons why Modern Warfare for this year, for example, for Call of Duty, did so well. It's just because the name Modern Warfare sticks and a lot of people like it. And just people can relate to modern genres more because it's in our current time. If it's in the future, there's nothing relatable about it because it doesn't exist yet. In the past, you feel out of touch. Modern is perfect for relatability, and when you can relate to something, that influences it a lot. So I think that's going to be a modern, semi-old, but mostly modern FPS game, probably similar to Battlefield and Call of Duty, and it's probably going to release sometime around fall/Christmas, I believe, because that'll be the peak time for sales and stuff like that. And I also do believe that this is going to be a competitor, a competitor. There we go. I cannot English today, but I think it's going to be definitely a competitor to Call of Duty. Now, Call of Duty, since Modern Warfare came out, it actually is doing really well for itself. I don't know if the numbers are 100% true, but supposedly Modern Warfare is the best-selling Call of Duty of this generation of consoles. So last minute, they basically saved their own ass. So I feel like they're going to continue to make games like that. Therefore, if they continue to make games like that, they're just going to, in general, be more successful again. And then Fortnite's just Fortnite. So it's probably going to be a tie between those three of like what's the most popular for other people. And some people might not necessarily pick up the game that is quote-unquote more popular. I think that honestly, there's still to this day probably a decent amount of you that still have never touched Fortnite or never touched Call of Duty or never touched, I mean, hell, I would like to believe that you all touch Minecraft, but some people probably haven't touched Minecraft. Like, just because it's popular doesn't mean that everyone gave in, nobody caved. So I honestly think what's going to happen is that we're going to have a little bit of a spike where it's really, really popular. Like, I don't know if it's going to get to the scale like the Fortnite, hype where it was in Season 3, because that was just pure ridiculous. But I can definitely see a Minecraft style or a Call of Duty style type of hype train where everyone is just playing the game for a short period of time. Almost like in the sense of like Apex. Apex is a very good example. It had a really big spike where everyone was playing it but then died again. That's just because of lack of content. But it's like an example of a short burst. Like, I feel like that will happen and then they have to capitalize on it. Otherwise it will die. Because a lot of people have short attention spans, especially for the standard Fortnite set. Even if people don't play Fortnite anymore and never even touch it, the standard's stuck, where you literally have to update your game once or twice a week, and you have to be consistent about it, otherwise your game just dies. I don't know why, but that, like, we've gotten spoiled. Like, nobody remembers back in the Xbox 360 days where you would literally go months without any content at all, and you would just play the game for fun, for replay value. That was it. It's just funny how times have changed, but that's basically my main consensus about it. I don't want to necessarily get into a ramble, so I'm just going to kind of cut it off there. So now I want to ask you guys, what do you personally think about this, list that I just kind of gave off? Like, do you think that any of my points are valid? Do you agree with my points? Do you have any points of your own that you would like to share with me? If you do, please, put that in the comment section. I would love to see what you guys have to think. What do you think would make a successful Titan of a game for the next, generation of consoles? Because we're going to have the Xbox Series X and also the PS5 coming out. And so if Fortnite, it probably will, but I mean, if for the 1 million chance that Fortnite doesn't go on to the next Xbox and PlayStation, just stays on the last gen consoles or the current gen consoles at the moment, then we're gonna have a little bit of a competing, team-based, like, I feel like skill-based matchmaking infested first-person shooter dilemma otherwise. But anyways, that's just basically my thoughts. Let me know your thoughts. And I hope you guys ended up enjoying the video. If you did, make sure you end up dropping a comment, a thumbs up, and subscribe as always, just because that's greatly appreciated. And it'll let you guys know when I am uploading another video next. And it'll also let you be able to tell me that you guys want to see some more videos like this. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And I hope you guys also enjoyed seeing the Fortnite gameplay, just because I haven't uploaded Fortnite since like October. Yeah, anyways guys, this is today's video. I hope you ended up enjoying, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace out. Oh my god, this is so cool. I get to see everything I did. It's giving me like XP and like a tier thing. It's got the Victory Royale and it says the challenges recap. That's sweet. I'm pretty sure all those guys were bots, but I don't care. The fact that they give me a free first win, I'll take it. That's awesome, man. I'm savoring this. I guess this might be my only win of the season, because after the bots, I might only have soccer skins.
maybe this was an evaluation. Maybe they want to see how good I was, so that way this is like this is how the skill-based matchmaking is, like placements. Like if you do really good on the bots, then it knows that you're basically like a god and that you have to play against soccer skins.